if your close friend is into prostitutes? And should you know it?
All right, you're obviously referring to the fact that Obama's close friend was picked up on a prostitution charge.
Yes, and it doesn't become about him. It becomes about the fact that his friend is the president.
Right. It's as if Obama went to a prostitute. No.
Right.
Listen, lots of men go to prostitutes. I think we got to get over this Puritan society we would like to think we have. There's this notion that we Americans, especially people in politics or friends of politicians, should somehow be different. They're not. They're people. And so what?
But should you know, and should you be leery of your friend because you know he's going to prostitutes, he tells you he's going to prostitutes, you must have known he's going to prostitutes, why are you his friend?
By the way, not everyone shares that information. Not everyone's all that proud to be going to prostitutes.
Nobody's blabbing about paying for sex.
Here's the sad part. The president will end his relationship with this guy because he will not want to be photographed with him.
You think that's wrong?
Absolutely. He should be his friend. So what if he goes to prostitutes?
Maybe he's opposed to prostitution.
He's not. He's a guy.
No, he's a guy.
What are you talking about?
He's a dude.
What?
I agree with Howard.
Wait a minute. You're not opposed to prostitution?
Listen, I don't like it. I don't like that a woman has to sell herself in order to have a life. It's to me, it's a form.
You don't think that says something about the nature or character of the person you're dealing with?
Yes, it does.
And so that's how you base your friendships, isn't it?
Well, listen.
But that person is made up of a lot of other things.
That's right. It's not just that one thing. If the person's a great person, like, listen, who knows, if you meet someone who's a great person, well, maybe it does shade.
Come on.
It is a hard thing to get over.
We just had this whole discussion about Woody Allen.
Yeah, it is a hard thing.
And the one thing he's got a problem with.
It's a hard thing to get past. It does change your perception of someone. I see your point. But, listen, if I had high standards in my own life, would I be friends with Ralph?
Wait a minute. What are you saying about Ralph?
Who knows what he does? I don't know what he does sexually. I'm just saying, I don't know what he's up to. He goes to strip clubs, this kind of thing. Well, I don't know what he does.
You went to strip clubs.
Oh, that's right. Well, listen, there are guys I know who I'm friendly with who have a very different way of conducting themselves in their personal lives when it comes to sex than I do. They're a lot looser than I am. Some of them cheat. And I'm going to tell you something. It doesn't end my friendship with them.
Well,
It doesn't.
That's sad.
Well, whatever you want to say. Listen, I forgive certain things in people. And I think the president...
Because they're making you culpable in their cheating.
They don't know I know they cheat.
But you do know. And so you're lying to people for them as well.
Well, I guess
he's silent.
I'm silent.
Yeah. Your silence is a lie.
Do you drop cheating friends?
I don't have any cheating friends.
How do you know you don't?
I had a cheating friend, and it really affected the relationship, and we have rebuilt the relationship. But it tore the relationship apart.
I know your friends. I know some of them who do cheat. What have I told you?
I don't know they cheat, though.
Oh, okay. Then you're fine.
And you're keeping me from knowing they cheat.
I don't know one of your friends.
American society is too puritanical, and praise you, Howard, for leading the way on much more
He dropped this guy, let me tell you.
Thank you.
No, there's diversity, and you like people for various reasons.
Listen,
and there's no reason you would drop a friend. Like, you could be friends.
Wait a second. I was friends with Artie. He would talk on the air about going to prostitutes.
He wasn't married.
That's right. So, how do you know this guy's married?
I don't know he's married.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
He's not?
Huh.
Oh, so it's okay.
And you were there you are. I mean, so was I.
I don't have a problem with a single person.
I think he's a single guy.
Whatever.
I didn't get the impression he was married.
I thought maybe he was a married guy.
No.
And that, I still have a problem with soliciting sex. I do.
JD went to a prostitute.
Right.
Well, okay, so I'm not talking to JD. I'm striking people off the list.
That's what I'm saying. You're being too judgmental. Some people can't have the relationships that you have. And they're not as strong, or they need a little help.
Look, it's not about wanting to have sex with different people. I just have a problem with an industry. I just don't like how people wind up in that industry.
Do you have a problem with Howard thinking the way he does?
No, I don't have a problem with Howard thinking
the way he does. So there you are.
It's
a little bit more expansion of that.
Would you be friends with Elliot Spitzer?
No.
I would.
I would, too.
See, that's the difference between the two of us. I would listen to him. I wouldn't not have him in a working position. He could be in politics.
Does he have a private plane?
Could we be friends?
Robin, does he have a private plane?
Probably so.
I'll be friends with him.
Definitely.
Sure. Would he give us rides?
No, I couldn't even get on the plane.
Really?
No.
I could. No, seriously, I would be friends with Elliot Spitzer. I don't
Well, see, here's the deal again.
I don't think...
we're talking about Chris Brown and, what he did.
Wait a second. Hold on. A guy hits a woman, he's out of my life. Out of my life.
Well, what is the difference? There's abuse in the prostitution world.
No. I guess so.
Not to that extent.
Right. Oh, get out of here, George. These are damaged people, and you're taking advantage of them.
You're being very judgmental.
Did Ashley Dupree look like she was under duress?
No, I agree with Robin.
Wrong with that girl.
I agree with Robin that it's sad. But at the same point, I'm understanding that if a friend of mine went to a prostitute, I don't think that would be grounds for dropping him as a friend. And I don't think Obama should evaluate his friendship that way. But if he starts to see other disturbing patterns, maybe he'll rethink that relationship.
Well, I would like to think that my friends have a certain compassion.
Would you be friends with Bill Clinton? I would.
Yes.
You wouldn't?
No.
See, I would. I admire the man. And yeah,
I admire a lot of things about, and I'm hurt, devastated sometimes when I'm listening to him, and he's so brilliant.
Yeah.
And I say, he's got this incredible flaw.
But he likes pussy.
It's
so what?
not just liking pussy.
Well, so rather than get a divorce, he decided to, I don't agree with doing that with interns. I don't conduct my life, but I'd be friends with the man.
I am concerned about some of the relationships and the amount of force used to get people to do what he wanted them to do.
It's a flaw. I won't argue with you, but I'd still be friends with him. Thank you, Howard. I like you. I don't like Robin.
I would accept him in a work position.
You would suck my penis.
Oh,
yes, you
no,
would.
I would not.
Yes, you would. I've seen the way you look at me.
I give you teeth.
You think I'm sexy. You said
I do
you
think you're
still
sexy.
do.
And I'm sad
you want my
that you have all these. Oh, shut up.
Right, George.
I'm arguing with an impression.
Why do you keep friending me on Facebook? You want it, you horny devil. You love it.
So anyway, the story is that Robert Titcomb.
Well, I wouldn't be friends with him
just because of the name.
Titcomb.
49-year-old friend of the president.
Yeah.
Allegedly solicited sex from an undercover police officer posing as a prostitute.
Oh, did he go, wait a second, I'm friends with the president, you're going to fuck this all up?
I'm a friend of Obama's. Titcomb was one of 4 arrested during the sting by Hawaii police.
Robin, I got nipple clamps on my penis. Like Jason Ellis. Yes.
I mean, these kind of stings don't even happen with call girls.
Right.
These are like street hookers.
Hard-ass hookers.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Before you judge a man, first see what the hooker looks like.
Walk around in his shoes. He was arrested during the sting and had to post $500 bail and will appear in court next month.
I remember I felt differently about Hugh Grant when I saw, it wasn't even a hot hooker. Here's a guy who can get any girl he wants, and then he's like this, fucking street hooker who's like really, really hardcore.
And down on her luck.
And I said to myself, I think Hugh Grant might be mental. You know what I mean? I did make a judgment call there. But, I don't know, it's never so easy. Because even you, JD's been with a hooker, and you like JD, and you would definitely hang out with him. You're going to be on an iChat with him this weekend.
Now I have to think about it. Obama and Titcomb have been close friends since high school. And the pair often get together to golf and dine. Because that's the thing. You're going to have this guy there with your kids.
Maybe not around the kids.
See? That's the problem.
Right.
I'm beginning to feel, you said you saw Lindsay Lohan the other day at a screening, and you were beginning to feel sorry for her. Well, now I'm beginning to feel sorry for her because I think it's that John Melendez, John Gotti movie that she's about to land a role.
Well, I think those guys press release every day. How many actors are going to be in this movie?
Well, they say they're hammering out a deal with John Travolta. I don't really know that that's a fact.
Yeah.
But they've also press released now that she's in final talks to play John Gotti's daughter Victoria in the upcoming biopic.
Do they even have a script?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
But it's very funny to think, that's where she's, fallen to. She's got to have meetings with John and his business.
Stuttering John, yeah.
To get a job.
Lindsay, big fan. Big fan. We got this
project.
Thank you. Project. John Gotti Jr. We would like to play. As soon as we get a script, I'll let you know.
Next year.
And it also start Andy Dick and Charlie Sheen. and anybody else that falls down in front of an AA clinic.
What else, Robin?
Have you heard about Ashley Judd's new autobiography? It's called All That Is Bitter.
Stuttering John, we're just talking about Ashley Judd.
That's my life story.
You don't have to announce her.
All that is bitter.
In it, she reveals that, she had a very lonely upbringing. She's the daughter of course, the daughter and sister of the Judds.
Right.
And she said because of that...
She's the good-looking one, right?
Yeah, she's the movie star.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
And because of all of their antics, running around the country, touring, she was constantly ripped out of schools, lived in home after home after home. She could never have any permanence in her life, so her childhood was rather lonely and she felt neglectful.
When did
she said there was also a lot of drugs readily available in the environment and her mother's many boyfriends.
Hey, she thinks her life is hard. Try being the fat sister.
Well, at least she was out there with Mom on stage.
If I was the fat sister, right? Never mind my sister's book. I'm fat.
Well, she also was sexually abused by a family friend.
Oh, wow. Well, boy, vey.
So,
well, I'll tell you what. What age did she start getting hot?
A very painful childhood.
Ashley Judd. What age did she start getting really hot?
She doesn't detail when she got hot in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, in the book.
Yeah. That's what I'd like to know. I'd like to have pictures of the transition of her getting really hot.
She probably was a very cute little girl.
Mm-hmm. And then she got hot.
And became a very attractive woman.
She is hot.
But there you go. I think there have been a few rumblings that Mom and Sis are a little upset by what she says about them in the book. But it's her story.
It's her story.
So anyway, she's going to be out and about advertising her book.
All right.
Also in the news, we have this looming threat. I guess we've passed the deadline for a government shutdown.
Right.
And I don't think that the two houses of Congress were able to come up with a resolution. So now we are sitting here looking at short-term spending measures possibly to help government keep going and the defense or the military men to keep going while they still try to hammer out the details of a budget for this year. The president rushed back to the White House and was burning the midnight oil, as they say, having the leaders of both the House and the Senate at the White House. But they will vote on a stopgap spending plan if there isn't an agreement on the long-term budget. Both the leaders of the House and the Senate were unable to reach a deal during that White House meeting last night. So.
Hey, Ralphie boy, you're on the air. What's up?
Government grinding to a halt.
Howard, I think Robin's officially crazy. If she's comparing beating a woman to going to a prostitute, Robin, you're fucking nuts. How is that the same on any level?
It's not.
Oh, God. I didn't compare them, Ralph. I said...
You said they're both forms of abuse.
They are forms of abuse.
Yeah, but they're completely different, though.
Maybe only in degree. They are forms of abuse.
Yeah,
you are taking advantage of people who have been damaged.
Oh, please. I mean, as a woman, your heart should go out to that poor girl on every level.
But I'm not...
on which girl?
Brianna.
I do, and it goes out to prostitutes as well.
Well, I could not be friends with a guy who beat a woman, but I am friends with people who have been to prostitutes. I'll tell you that I do see a difference.
Mm-hmm. There is.
I do see one.
Yeah, you're making up a difference.
I am.
There's degrees too. I mean, you're you know, there's girls in strip clubs you could call prostitutes. You give them $20, they give you a dance, and you can get a
I
hand
think
job.
those girls are damaged, too. Why do you think I don't like to hang around with you guys at strip clubs?
We don't like you.
That's why.